computer was $800, okay, and she gave them $120 right away. She had a $50 discount, okay, so I'm taking the sum, subtract to get how much it costs. Now, this dividing by 2 is the same thing as saying 1/2. So if somebody says, I'm going to give you half, it also means to divide by 2. Are we okay so far? Yeah. Now, some of you struggle with showing your steps like you're supposed to on the assignment I passed back out today. You have to do it the way I tell you. And for example, my friend over here the other day, he didn't show his steps, but one answer was correct, one was wrong. But if you don't show your step, I don't know how to help you. Does that make sense? I can't look at it and say, oh, that's where you went wrong. So I need you to do that. Okay, so I'm going to underline 120 plus 50 because my order of operations, those notes you guys have out, because, hey, we're not taking a test right now, so use those notes. Somebody tell me, what is 120 plus 50? Yes, ma'am? Okay, so watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep my bracket. I'm going to write 800, okay, minus, and what did you say, 170? So I'm going to subtract 170, close those brackets again, and then add my divided by 2. So please remember, we are rewriting our problem each time, okay? Some of you have errors where you might write the operation incorrectly, or you add a number that you already got rid of, but you add it back on accident. But when you do that, and it's wrong, it helps me help you, okay? Now, I have brackets which here are the same as parentheses. Hear me out, guys. And then I have division. Looking at your notes, what should I do first? Yes, sir. Look at your notes. What? Okay, look at your notes. What did I just say is the same as brackets? Yes, ma'am? Parentheses. Thank you for that. Yes. Like we treat them the same. Okay. So what is 800 minus 170? Top student? 630. So watch me. I'm going to underline right there because that's what I'm solving. The difference is 630. Then I have divided by 2. All I have left is what? Oh, no. What? Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. I meant operation, but you're correct. 630 divided by 2. Do that in your calculator. Somebody. Sunny, what'd you get?
350.
How much?
350.
3. Is he correct? So my unit of measurement is what? What are we talking about this whole time? Dollars. Yep, money. So 315. So now, if you are new to me, I also like you to write me a statement that shows me, Colin, that you understand, right? Meaning, what does this $315 represent? I got all the way down. And if you don't know, remember how I taught you earlier in the year, read that last sentence. Everybody do that right now. Read that. Ooh, stay awake, Kezzy, stay awake. Read that last sentence. Colin, read your last sentence of that paragraph. What does that $315 mean, Lydia? Yes. So I would say Jessica still owes $315. Okay? Okay. Got another one, friends. Luke, oh, look at that. Hey, I didn't write the problem. Luke needs a new fence around his garden. But the gate across the narrow end, meaning this little guy right here, that's the narrow. That means like narrow is shorter, is not as wide. End of the garden will not be replaced. Which means, are we going to get a new fence right here, a new gate? Wait a minute. It just says it will not be replaced. So will I get a new one? No. So that's, okay. Write and evaluate a numerical expression to find how many feet of fencing Luke needs. Now, it could be easy to say this plus this plus this, right? But they want you to incorporate subtracting this 3 feet. So who would like to give a stab at this? And it's like it's not a trick question. So what could I do? Yes, sir. Ooh, I like that. What would I multiply? I really like that. Well, hang on a minute. So you are saying to multiply right here. Well, let me, you were quiet there. Hang on one second. I'm going to call you next, Shia. If we were multiplying, we're finding the area, okay? But we want to just find the perimeter. Does that make sense? Just the perimeter. Shia, what were you going to say? Because what he said, like you said something in the beginning, Luke, I didn't even think of, and you made me think of it. What? That's where I thought you were going, Luke. See that? So let's say 14 times 2. I like that. Okay, then what? Plus 12. Huh? Well, if I subtract 3, that means because this 3 isn't included right now. Does that make sense? So if I were to subtract 3, then it's taking away from part of this. You could, here's one way you could do this. You could say plus 3 like this. You could do this and say minus 3. You could. Does that make sense? If you want to include it. Or, I'm going to put a big fat or. We could say just this. We want to do this first. Whoops. Oh yeah, we don't even need these. We don't even need the parentheses. Sorry about that. Did I do that right? Nope. Nope. That's all we need. We could just do this. Okay? Now, this one right here, why do I not need parentheses? Now, if you're not answering me, if you're not raising your hand, look at your notes and tell me why I could solve this the way it is. Think about your order. What has to come first? You have 2 operations in front of you. Which one comes first? I have, multiplication. And so, Sunny, multiplication comes first. Is my problem written that I'm going to do multiplication first? So do I need parentheses? No. Remember, we only need parentheses when you want to do an operation first that normally wouldn't come first. That makes sense? Okay? All right. So we need a calculator. What is 14 times 2?
28.
28 plus 12 is what, guys? 40. 40 what? 40 feet. Okay. So here's that statement again. What does that 40 feet represent? What does it mean? Now, again, if you're looking at me, look at that last statement. Look at that last question. What does that mean? Yes, sir? Aha. So Luke needs what? 40 what? Of what? There you go. Perfect. Didn't know you were going to write complete sentences in math, did you? Woo! We're doing so great on time. Bless the day. All right. 16. Haley walks an average rate of 3.5 miles per hour. That's a good pace. Last month, she walked 3 weeks at her regular rate for 6 hours per week. She walked 1 week at 1/2 her regular rate for 4 hours And they want write and evaluate a numerical expression to find the total number of miles Haley walked last month. Raise your hand if you're like, Miss Collins, what? Okay, I appreciate it. You gonna raise your hand too? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. So, Haley walks. So let's break it down. Remember our directions on the other assignment was read it first. Look at the first statement. Haley walks at an average rate of 3.5 miles per hour. What's important there? What's important? Huh? Yeah, 3.5 miles. Yep, per hour. You're just going to rack all these points up today, Sunny, for the team. Like, you rock. Okay, so she walks 3.5 miles per hour. So last month, she walked 3 weeks at her regular rate for 6 hours per week, okay? So, how many weeks did she walk? So we're going to say 3 times, okay? How many miles does she walk per hour? And how many 6 hours. So we're going to multiply that. So 3.5 times 6. And we're going to close that parentheses, okay? Because this is telling me her rate, okay, and her hours, and that would be how many weeks. If I took this away, that's just how many weeks. That's just 1 week, okay? Right here, Brandon, focus. That's just 1 week, okay? But how many weeks do they say she did this? 3. That's where my 3 comes from, okay? And remember, if I have, I know I've mentioned it, but I'm going to remind you, if I have a number right next to parentheses, it's a 5-pointer right here. What does that mean? What operation, Lydia? It's 5 points. So if you are new to me, whenever you see a number next to a parentheses, Emery, you hear me? You see a number next to a parentheses, Sonny, and you see no operation, you're going to multiply, okay? Colin, you're going to multiply, right? Okay, got it? Got it, Daniel? Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, then she walked 1 week at 1/2 her regular rate for 4 hours. So we need to add to this. We're going to add, okay? Okay, we're going to add. So when I say half her regular rate, what does that mean? We've been talking about what half means. We've been talking about what I say, Ashaya. We're going to divide by what? 2. We're going to divide by 2. So what's her regular rate?
3.5 miles.
Okay. And so plus, and we're going to close that again, okay? Half of her regular rate. And so I told you guys you could also write this, right? Oh, this is going to be a bracket. You're going to love this. Bracket with a parentheses. 0.5 times, what is her rate? 3.5. Close parentheses. How many hours did she do that?
6.
No.
No, 3.
No.
4.
4. And then close that bracket. Was that ugly? Yeah, but you know what? We're not done yet. We got to solve. Look at your order of operations. What goes first? Parentheses. Let me give you a suggestion. Bobby, you have 2 sets of parentheses. And here's what I suggest. I would rewrite this. And somebody multiply 3.5 times 6. Yes, sir? You're going to tell me what 3.5 times 6 is? Yes, tell me. 21. So, 21? Yeah. Okay. Now watch me. Because I have 2 sets of parentheses, you can solve this one at the same time too and add to it. What is 0.5 times 3.5? Yes, sir? 1.75. So remember, I just dropped that parentheses. I'm done with that particular parentheses times 4. Okay? All right. Now, hear me out. I still have just parentheses next to this, but this means the same thing as what operation? Multiply. So, but I still have this bracket right here that I've got to do. What is 1.75 times 4? Yes, sir?
7.
7. Okay, so watch me. Okay, plus 7? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoop. Plus 7. Sorry about that. What is 3 times 21? Yes. Emery? He had it done, and you're like, I'm going to steal the show. And then what's 63 plus 7? 70. What's my unit of measurement? 70 what? Miles. Okay. Now, someone's got to tell me, what does that 70 miles mean? Okay? Because when you can tell me that, you understand more. What does that mean? Yes.
That's how many miles she
Walked when? Look at the very last.
Last month.
Yep. So Haley walked 70 miles last month. Okay, I need you to go down to the TCAT questions. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, this you're going to do on your own and turn into me, but hear me out. Okay, and there's space around if you need to work things out. Number 18 says, select all expressions equivalent to 102.4 minus, open brackets, to the power of 3 times 3 plus 13.8 divided by, that's a lot. That's a lot. Bring your eyebrows down, Kamara. Bring the eyebrows down. Okay, hear me out. What does equivalent mean?
The same.
The same or what? What's the root word? Equal. Write that on top, just so we can keep reminding ourselves when I ask for equivalent, that means equal. Okay? So when they say select all expressions that are equal to, could it be more than one? It could be. Is it ever going to be all of them?
No.
No. No. And last week, could it only be one like we saw that? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But number 19 says, which value is equivalent to the expression? Equivalent means what? Equal. Now, this one, which value? Which one? How many can you pick?
1.
1. Okay? So that is what you have the rest of the period. It's about 15 minutes. Okay? When you are finished, you can turn it in to be graded. Okay? It's 18 and 19. And if you have anything you have to finish on the front, you can do that. All right? So ready, break. Hang on.